Good evening and welcome to Time Out with Sports Adda. Bhavik, Salil, most welcome to the show. I would firstly take this question to Salil. How are you feeling? You went yesterday to the ground, supported CSK, and we had a great game on our hands. Firstly, tell me something about your experience out there.
I think the experience for watching the match in the stadium is absolutely electrifying. You have, the colors of both the teams flowing everywhere. The minute a ball is hit, the stadium suddenly gets lit up. Dhoni, the experience of Dhoni in a stadium with almost 25% capacity was an enigma. So I can just imagine what the entire stadium will do when, one of the biggest T20 stars currently in Indian cricket comes onto the field. So I think if we get a chance, guys, we should all go there. Hopefully, in one of the off days.
Yes, definitely. We will plan something like that. Now, Bhavik, taking you towards the game, it's Kolkata Knight Riders taking on the Punjab Kings. Two new captains in both these franchises. KKR winning one and losing one, and Punjab have had a 100% record so far this season. That's a typical Punjab we know with a good start, but in the end, they just pull off a Punjab, is what I'm going to say. So, Bhavik, firstly, taking you to the toss. Toss being won by KKR, electing to bowl first at Wankhede. Good decision.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no other doubt that Kolkata should have just bowled first after winning that toss, considering the fact that Dew has played a major role in the team's winning. Of course, Rajasthan pulled out a miraculous win, but at the same time, the games that are happening in Mumbai, a lot has depended on the toss, and the teams batting second have came out victorious because of the Dew factor. Yes.
Right. Now, Salil, if we can have a look at the teams first, Punjab Kings, they've been put into bat first. They've got this one change which I'm very excited about. It's Kagiso Rabada coming
Me
in.
too.
What do you have to say about this man?
Absolutely. Oh, I mean, he was obviously an inclusion, and he was always supposed to be in the first 11. And nothing better than strengthening the bowling and be compared to the likes of KKR. I think Rabada poses a big threat to the KKR top order. And apart from that, if you see the team, the one thing that Punjab never had before is a very strong, explosive lower middle order. And this is what they've got in this year's auction. When you see a Shah Rukh Khan and Odin Smith, Raj Bawa, well, he couldn't get a chance last time. But Harpreet Brar, all these guys are explosive six hitters. And I think this is what's going to make a big difference to Punjab, and they are, continuing to continue the momentum which has been given by the top three.
Right, right. Now, speaking of KKR here, Korbo Lorbo Jeetbo is the thing that they go to say all the time. Now, Bhavik, do you think today is the day where they will actually chant this theme, or is it going to be Brrra Punjab all the way?
Well, they've had a mixed emotions sort of two games. One games against CSK that was a sort of an easy game where they just had to chase down a
Yeah,
modest target of
chase
around
down.
130 odd, while they pulled off very well against RCB, where they almost won the game. So yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kolkata is it's the volatile nature of bowling and the contrasting variations that both the mystery spinners bring in. I really feel KKR have an upper hand against Kings 11 today.
Punjab Kings, and
Oh yes,
also
Punjab
RCB
Kings.
didn't lose. RCB kind of shot themselves in the face in that game, but in the end coming out victorious. Now, if we can have a look at the KKR lineup, Bhavik, tell me what do you feel about this? And there is one change, Shivam Mavi in, and the bowling looks
Yes.
even more stronger now with Sheldon Jackson going off after that, torrid batting display. He got out on the very first ball, unfortunately. And a one change, Shivam Mavi coming in. Do you think that's a good change, or do you think that the batting is something that they need to back more than their bowling?
I guess bowling is somehow sorted with their 8 overs being the mystery spin, while Tim Saudi performing very well with the new ball, also at the death. And of course, Umesh Yadav. It's been an Umesh Yadav 2.0 show this year. He's
Oh,
been
yes.
Yeah.
absolutely bang on with his lengths. He's swinging the ball. So it's great to see, a sort of a veteran Indian bowler
Mm.
performing this well for Kolkata. So yes, bowling
And
has
not
been
just
good.
the
Whi-
spinners.
Indeed, yes. So
Right.
definitely,
Yeah.
bowling has been good, while Kolkata would definitely bank on Venkatesh Iyer to score runs this time.
Right, right, right. Now you see all the Yadavs have done well, Umesh, Kuldeep, and Lalit as well. So it's been a Yadav's IPL so far. But speaking of Shikhar Dhawan and Mayank Agarwal in the opening, Salil, what do you think of this opening pair? It's a new opening pair. They were quite successful in the first game. Shikhar Dhawan is one of the best players in white ball cricket. We all know that. And Mayank Agarwal in this new role as captain. Do you think these two will bat well in tangent? Because KL Rahul was quite comfortable batting with Mayank. Mayank was comfortable batting with KL, if I may rephrase. And now coming in with Shikhar Dhawan, do you think that brings in more experience and lefty righty combination is tougher for any bowler to adjust?
Well, I think a few things have already been told by you, but I'll tell you the inside stuff. I think Mayank played second fiddle to KL. One because not because he's a better batsman or something. Mayank is equally good. I think one, he was his captain
Yeah,
and he was just following instructions. Now with Shikhar Dhawan as his partner, one who's opened the innings for India for nearly 10 years now. There's the best of experience and the situational guidance which one requires. You have at the other end. Plus, he's a left-hander, and as you rightly mentioned, the lefty-righty combination only helps. Shikhar Dhawan is going to pile on at least 400 runs in this season, and I'm telling you, Mayank will do better than what he did before because he has Shikhar Dhawan at the other end.
wow,
So with that
wow,
said, I think on most of these matches, I'm assuming this pair will open for 10 out of the 14 matches. Expect 6 or 7 matches for them to give you a start and make more than 40, 50 runs. There is no doubt that I have because they're very clean thinking batsmen. They will always play on the merits. They don't mind if it's 6 overs, 36 for no loss, and then they'll take the bowlers apart later on. But they are not going to do anything
right,
flashy, anything stupid. You'll mostly see a lot of consistency and a lot of, you can say wisdom in these batsmen because they're not new. They've been there before. And I think they're quite freely playing nowadays for Punjab since this pair has been made. So watch out for these
great,
guys.
great. Fantastic point, Salil, about the two of them batting together. Now, Salil, moving on, and Bhavik, moving on to the fantastic and the fun part of the show, where we make a few predictions. Now,
Hmm.
Bhavik has been an outright winner in all this, Salil. I think it's high time you bring your
Yeah.
experience and your A game in because we need to beat him. It's two against one. So, firstly, I'll make my batting
All right. All
prediction,
right.
where the best batsman for Punjab Kings, in my opinion, will be Shikhar Dhawan. Rightly said by you because of all the reasons that you mentioned. Like he bats on the merit of the ball. He's a clean hitter. He's a left-hander, and he can bring the game to your side. So that's my first prediction. Second would be the best bowler for Kolkata. Most successful bowler, in my opinion, would be Varun Chakravarti because it's high time that he performs. A couple of games he's been low on confidence, and like Bhavik and even Rishabh yesterday, kind of convinced me that you need to always back the underdogs. So I'm backing the underdog for today in
Yeah.
the bowling lineup. That's Varun Chakravarti. And my final
Varun
prediction will be
Chakravarti.
Punjab to score. Yep, Punjab to score above 160. Yes, because I feel they've got the depth. Salil, you said, and even Bhavik mentioned that they've
Yeah.
got a very deep batting order with Raj Bawa and Odin Smiths and Shahrukh Khan as well. So I think that is something that is
Yeah.
on the cards. 160 should be scored. Over to you, Salil.
So those are really good predictions, yes. And yes, I'll go to my batting prediction. And this is about Odin Smith scoring above or below 5 boundaries. I don't think he'll score more than 5 boundaries. This time around, the spinners will be on immediately when he comes in, and he might find it difficult to score. The second prediction I have is the most economical bowler for KKR. I think I'm banking on Tim Saudi purely because of his
Right.
abilities of taking the pace of the ball, and you saw what he did in the last match, took 3 wickets and was very economical. I think he'll continue the form. The third and last prediction is whether Punjab will lose a wicket in their first over. I don't think so. I'm quite banking on Shikhar and Mayank to deliver the goods
Mayank.
today.
Wow.
Over to Bhavik.
Nice.
Well, having said that, banking on Shikhar Dhawan and Mayank Agarwal, my first prediction today is Mayank Agarwal to score more than 25 runs. Because yes, a first game as well, both Shikhar and Mayank looked solid as rock, just as Salil mentioned, and all the reasons Salil gave for both Shikhar and Mayank. I am banking this prediction to go in that green zone. While my second prediction today would be Sunil Narine to not take 2 wickets. Yes, we have seen every time Sunil Narine to be economical, but
Oof.
we have never
Good
seen
one.
that. So, like, I've personally never felt that he's someone who would take 4 wickets for you and he'll go for runs. He's someone on the side where he just give you 20 runs, 24 runs, 16 runs, and pick you an important wicket or provide a certain breakthrough if
Makes sense.
someone gets to accelerate.
Excellent.
So yes, Sunil Narine to not take 2 wickets. While my final prediction here would be PBKS to not lose 2 wickets in the power play. Then again,
Yep.
Mayank and Shikhar's solid act, what we saw against RCB and how they have gelled up. So I'm, banking my prediction on not to lose 2 wickets.
Fantastic.
All right. Those are good
Some
ones.
amazing
This will be
predictions here.
interesting to see.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm surprised to see Sunil Narayan not picking up 2 wickets because that is something that is really on the cards. Now, finally, before
yeah,
we move ahead with the show, I just need to address one thing. One thing I'm missing for Punjab this year is the flying kisses from Preeti Zinta to all the players because she's not there in the stands. But moving on,
yeah.
Salil, one final thing. Which team do you think has the upper hand in today's game? Looking at just the lineups, the toss, the pitch, and just the history between these two teams says that KKR is the better side. But today, what is your gut say?
Yeah.
Punjab or KKR?
I think it tilts towards KKR. If the toss hadn't happened, I would have told you it's 50-50. But because the toss is in, and because the dew makes it a very good batting pitch, and the Pacers can only do something in the first 4 overs now that KKR are bowling first. I think KKR have the edge. Overall, I think both of the teams are equally balanced, but it's because they are chasing and because it's more easier to chase and bat later. I think it's KKR.
Brilliant. And Bhavik, what about you? Do you concur KKR or Punjab is all the way for you?
Again, I would agree with our guru because the due factor coming in the later part of the game makes KKR have that upper hand against Punjab.
Brilliant. So that is it from Time Out with Sports Adda. Guru and Guju, both of them supporting KKR right now. So let's hope for a cracker of a game. Live action coming up. This was Time Out with Sports Adda. Have a great day and a great game.